For me, the bottom line is it's co-ed adult kickball on a Sunday, which you would think would be drama-free, but occasionally things get a little messy. Chaos. I mean, there's a lot of tension throughout the season. This was the game. I think a lot of people anticipated both the convicted and the pistos squaring up in the booth. So this is kind of a preview, and there was a lot riding on this particular moment, this game.
Wow, what happened there?
Well, football / kickball injury.
About. You gotta have a good fight every now and then. Undefeated at that point, I think, so everybody was really taking that game really seriously, maybe too seriously.
We would have won and they ended the game. That's all I recall.
Words were exchanged. He spat in her face. Things erupted.
And in fact, that was the first game my parents came to. I was like, yeah, we play kickball, it's pretty laid back. But ever since that, my dad's like, when's your next game?
When we first started playing, we didn't have bases. And we would have to take pizza boxes out of the garbage and rip them up and turn them into bases on the field at Maury. After the first or second game, I decided that the winning team needed a prize, and I looked through the garbage, and I found a ski boot. And I pulled out the ski boot, and I said, "Here's your prize, the boot." Maybe our early choices, our early decisions, not just in kickball. This is a life lesson, folks. Maybe not just in kickball, but in all things, your first instincts are always the best.
I started playing kickball because me and a couple of friends had the first male karaoke boy band, basically. We were called the Hot Licks. Joe Phillips was big in karaoke, and he started the league. And he challenged us because we were kind of a little younger than everybody else. to come out and play kickball. So we formed our team, the first team of the summer of 2005, the Hot Licks. It's a shit-talking game. There's definitely been some sensitivity throughout the years. You know, everybody wants to be nice to everybody, whatever. It's still a game. People are still assholes. Just because all these people got together doesn't make them friends. That's the other thing, too. Joe sort of set the example in the summer of 05. Mark took over in the summer of 06, and I was the kid commish. That was my nickname for a really long time, so I was super into it. And they were like, well, we'll teach you how to do it. And I was like, all right, cool. It was a good experience altogether. And there were, for me personally, there was 2 other guys to talk to, so that took off a lot of pressure. I mean, I tried to deal with things. I didn't, you know, try to be like, oh, I don't know, and move away. But yeah, it was a fun experience, and it was an experience that taught me that you should never have that much responsibility or be in charge of that many people or try to please that many people.
Well, I came into the league, I want to say 5 years ago, because I met Joe, and he basically, I never played a game, and he said, you're a captain this year, and we had 8 teams. And so he said, you're a captain this year, and I made a whole team. And actually, I think we were the only team to beat his team that year, so that was pretty good. Did commish with Alex and Nate 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and that was a nightmare. And I think it takes the right person to be able to do that, because Joe came in. The thing with Joe is there was never a problem. It was just Joe's going to do it that way, and everyone's like, it's Joe. That's the way we're going to do it. And I think we've always tried to replace that, and it just hasn't happened yet.
I'm very fortunate in that I'm one of the first 7 or 8 people, I don't think anyone really remembers the count, that were at the first kickball game. I'm one of the so-called founders of the league. And it changed a lot in that time. At first it was a lot of pickup games, which I frankly really liked. The idea being you couldn't be too upset at someone if they ran into you or something like that, because they may be on your team the next week. And that kind of evolved. You know, we have teams now, and there's championships and all these things. And I really liked when it was just people getting along and hanging out together. And they all come together to play this, you know, kids game and to have fun and to spend the day doing something aside from drinking and fucking about. I've seen the man naked. He's got a hammer and sickle tattoo on his shoulder that he's not real proud of.
It's rumor in the league, does Robbie Bowman have a pierced cock or not?
I totally touched your taint.
It's gonna be one of those parties.
Oh, is that my penis?
That's like it's like seeing Bigfoot, seeing Robbie Bowman's penis.
I'm standing here with Jeff Swank, the Natural, as most of us call him. Jeff is one of the original founders of the DKBC, although he'd never take credit for it. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Would you take credit?
No, not really. Maybe a little bit. Before we start, I'd like to just maybe...
Oh, I'm a very lucky man.
Well, first I want to say that I am a one-time DKBC champion. Before I answer your question, what was the question again?
It was about the uniforms for your team.
We wear uniforms.
So it's worth mentioning there are awards named after Jeff Swank. What is the Swank Award?
I think it's the Swank Award.
What's it for?
I forgot. That season I was really heavy into drugs.
I give up. It's impossible to interview the man.
Might have been most drug use.
I think it was for best kicker or something like that. I don't really know.
It's the last game of the season. I think I'm gonna cry.